Every day you're not investing, you're slowly losing one of the most powerful wealth building tools you'll ever have. Time. Not luck, not picking the perfect stock, and not being some financial genius. Just time. Most people think investing is something you wait to do later in life when you have more money, time, and experience. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the harder your future self has to work to catch up. You don't need to be rich to invest, but you do need to start. So if you've been putting it off, let this be your wake-up call. Time is your greatest asset. What if I told you the difference between starting investing at 20 and 30 is over $1 million? That's the power of time. The earlier your money gets to sit and grow, the less work you have to do later. And the crazy part, most people don't realize how massive the gap is until it's too late. All you need to get started is a Roth IRA. If you don't know what a Roth IRA is, it's a special individual retirement account that allows you to grow your money tax-free. It's one of the simplest tools you can use to take advantage of compounding. Compounding is the process where the earnings you make from investing get reinvested to make even more earnings. This creates a snowballing effect. Over the course of a few months, compounding is insignificant, but over the course of 40 years, it can make you millions. If you're looking to open a Roth IRA, the easiest places to do so is either with Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard. It doesn't matter who you open the account with, as they're all great for anyone. Now, I want to give you a better perspective of the gap between two people who started at 20 versus 30. Example 1, you start investing $5,000 a year at 30 years old. Assuming a modest 8% return and retiring at 65, your balance at retirement will be over $930,000. That's a solid amount of money to carry into retirement, considering it's tax-free. But let's see example 2. You start investing $5,000 a year, but this time at 20 years old. Again, assuming an 8% return and retiring at 65, your balance at retirement will be over $2 million. That's over double the amount of money just because you got a head start. Waiting to start investing while you're young can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't want this to sound discouraging to those who have waited to invest. I'm 22 and just started. I wish I had started earlier, but that's why it's even more urgent to start investing today, because every year counts. Another topic I would like to touch on is whether waiting for the perfect time is a good move. And for this I say, if you're waiting for the perfect time to start investing, the truth is, there isn't one. There's no magic moment where the market will become predictable and risk-free. Maybe you're waiting for the market to crash so you can buy low. Maybe you're waiting until you have more money to invest. Maybe you're waiting for when life slows down and you have more free time. Now, I understand the logic behind these reasons, but the reality is that they shouldn't hold you back from building your future. Sure, maybe you'll get lucky and catch the market during a dip, but if you spend months or years waiting for that dip, you're missing out on the growth that happened in the meantime. One thing you should remember is that time in the market beats timing the market. If you're looking for a quick buck, then yeah, you can sit around and wait for the perfect dip. But if you want to build real long-term wealth, then starting soon matters. Even small amounts invested consistently can grow into something meaningful. And the longer you wait, the more money you have to invest. Let me give you a few examples to demonstrate that. In example 1, you're 25 years old with $25,000 in your Roth IRA. Assuming an 8% return and retiring at 65, your balance at retirement will be over $540,000. In this example, you start with $25,000 and don't invest any more money. Now let's see example 2. You're 35 years old, but you start with double, $50,000 in your Roth IRA. Again, assuming an 8% return and retiring at 65, your balance at retirement will be less in example 2. Even though example 1 starts with half the money of example 2, it still manages to come out ahead. This is exactly what I mean when I say the longer you wait, the more money you have to invest. And that's why utilizing your time now is the most powerful wealth building tool. To go along with that, there are so many other reasons why starting now, even if you feel unsure or unprepared, is incredibly advantageous. First, if the market dips right after you start, that's not a disaster. You still have years ahead for it to recover and grow. In fact, dips early in your investing journey can actually help you. This is because you get to buy more shares at a lower price, and that's a win, not a loss. Second, if you make a mistake and pick a bad investment, you still have time to learn and bounce back. That's the reality of investing for your future. You're not trying to be perfect, you're just trying to be consistent. Starting early also means you get to build the habit before life gets expensive. As you get older, your bills grow, your responsibilities stack up, and excess money becomes harder to come by. Building the habit now while your expenses are still manageable makes investing feel natural instead of stressful. And once the habit's locked in, rising costs won't stop your progress. Investing isn't just about money, it's about time, discipline, and momentum. And the sooner you start, the more of those advantages you get. Now, while there are many reasons you should start investing now, it's also true that not everyone should start investing now. For example, if you're carrying any high interest debt, investing now might not make sense until that's under control. That's because if you're accruing 20 to 30% in interest every month, then investing will never beat that in return. Paying off that debt as soon as possible can save you thousands of dollars in your future. Also, if you don't have an emergency fund yet, using your money to invest could just leave you vulnerable to unexpected expenses. Make sure you build up that emergency fund before you invest anything. If your income is unstable or you're struggling to cover essentials, then investing probably is not good for you. It's likely to just add stress instead of secure your future. And finally, if you haven't taken the time to do even a little bit of research on how to invest, then jumping in blind could be a ticket to losing your money. But at the end of the day, investing isn't about finding the perfect moment, it's about giving yourself time to grow and time to learn. The sooner you start, the better. So build the habit now. Even if it's small, your future self will thank you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Feel free to share your financial goals. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.